Greetings, salutations, and hello. Welcome back to the next episode of The Ultimate Human. I am your host, as well as the creator, Logan, and in today's episode we have quite a few things to unpack as our top 8 become a top 7. 2 players are permanently eliminated from Limbo, and the Secret Allies twist comes to an end as the top pair will be awarded with safety for this round. We're going to dive straight into the Secret Allies twist ending as the unveil of which pair will win and what they have won. Let's check it out. With the Secret Allies twist ending, it appeared as if Courtney and Xander were the only pair who both were still in the game.
If your teammate and you are still both in the game, come to me now.
The one in the envelope.
Is this the only 2? Wait, really? Is this the only pair that were secret allies that are still both in the game? Congratulations, Courtney and Xander. You have to do this because there's no one for y'all to face. Y'all have got safety for this next round automatically.
And with that, it is now confirmed that Xander and Courtney was the pair that made it the furthest as Secret Allies, thus guaranteeing them the advantage of being safe in this top 8 round and earning their spot in the top 7. This will mean they will not compete in either of the safety competitions. They will, however, still vote at the end of this round to eliminate somebody from this game. Now, before we get to any type of vote, it is time for a couple safety competitions and some gameplay to unfold. We'll first start off by watching the 6-person safety competition called Wall Ball, where each of the players will be battling against each other head-to-head, where the winner of each head-to-head battle will determine which 2 of the players remaining in the challenge will compete against each other in the next round. This will continue until only 1 player is remaining, and that player will earn their safety and a guaranteed spot in the top 7. We had a random selection determine that Samaria and Tanisha would be the first match, meaning the winner of that team would decide which 2 people faced off next, and the loser would be eliminated from the challenge. Let's see which player can win the first round of this competition.
You're still in the game. Here are the numbers y'all see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chloe, pick a number 1 through 6. 5. That's Tanisha. And Tanisha will be facing off in the first round against, Kyle, pick number 1 through 5. Against Samaria. So Tanisha and Samaria, first round, you guys go ahead and step up.
Go.
Round 1. Tanisha versus Samaria. Begin.
You'll start, and it's the first player to get 3 balls into their triangle, understand? 3, 2, 1, begin.
I don't even know how to grab it. Okay. So in case it's like this.
She said, "Lamb."
Both Tanisha and Samaria are having quite a bit of trouble with the learning curve of this challenge. Whichever player does manage to get it to the top 3 times will be responsible for naming the next 2 players to compete in this challenge.
Even look at that.
Tanisha scores her first of 3 points.
Nice.
In theory, if you pull the rope on the left, the circle will move to the left. If you pull the rope on the right, the circle will move to the right. If you pull both at the same time, it will move straight up and down. Clearly much harder in application though. Where Tanisha fails, this time Samaria will not. She'll score her first 3 points.
They know where it's at. They know where it's at.
They know where it's at.
Though this is a tough challenge, this round is admittedly taking much longer than anticipated.
You know where it is at.
You know where it's at.
You know where it's at.
Samaria is slowly but surely making it up the wall.
I didn't hear it. I would assume you told me.
Samaria scores her second of 3 points.
That's your second one? Good job, Samaria.
Tanisha is going to have to get it together to stay in this challenge. Tanisha could score here and tie it up with Samaria. And she does. It's 2-2. The next point wins.
You know where it's at.
Thank you, bro. It's not out here, so I'm being like 4 games. Starting at the same time. Oh, right.
Oh, Samaria, I thought you were just...
Not even my legs.
Tanisha is edging closer and closer to victory. Samaria is making a mad dash up the wall. Tanisha's close. Samaria drops and Tanisha does not. Tanisha wins the challenge.
Close match, guys.
You know where it's at.
You know where. Tanisha, you pick the next 2 people. And then we're switching down to 2 balls.
Chloe. I think that's Mark's better.
Oh yeah, it's totally my fault.
And Kyle.
Tanisha has defeated Samaria and chosen Chloe and Kyle to face off in round 2. Let's begin.
Get set, go.
I don't know. Find it.
Players are now only required to get 2 balls instead of 3 for each round moving forward.
That's probably what half of it's going to be is just unmuted. The whole show is accompanied by elevator music.
Chloe is creeping closer and closer, and she scores her first of 2 points.
I didn't hear what you said, I just heard your apology. When I've never described before, like, especially when I'm sitting in the deep end of the pool and, like, our pool at home, it's like, if I just took one good time, I'd be gone.
Chloe nor Kyle seeming to be able to get it off of the ground. Chloe is picking up the pace now. She could defeat Kyle this round. Kyle's starting to move it up himself. He's a little stuck, and in the end, his progress won't matter as Chloe scores the second point needed to defeat him.
Oh my god.
Eliminated over there, safe over there.
Okay. We're all gonna end up going against.
Chloe has defeated Kyle and chosen Skyler and Bree for round 3. Let's begin.
Yeah. Get ready, set, go.
Skyler and Bree's first attempts practically mirror each other, including when they both drop.
That is not where it's
At the
at.
same time.
Bree may be forgetting the goal is to move the ball up the wall. Skyler is making some progress. Over halfway there. Bree still stuck in that same spot. She gets past it, and Skyler scores her first of 2 points. Bree finally now making it up the wall. And her herself, not far behind Skyler, will finally get that ball up the wall to score her first of 2 points. Next score wins.
Oh no, I just want to know. I need to go get the I'm sorry, but go get the schedule ready for you, okay? I want to know. Do you want to eliminate it or email it to you?
Here we have another near mirrored drop from both Bree and Skyler simultaneously.
Yeah, it's so weird. Only one of my professionals is horizontal. The rest of my verticals. You record it. You did the exact same thing. Yeah, I could. He doesn't want to.
Skyler now has the hang of it and is flying up the wall to soar her way to victory over Bree.
And I'll remember to do it for the last one.
Skyler has defeated Bree, leaving only Chloe and Tanisha that can face off for round 4. Let's begin.
But I'm at the end. I'm going to be mad if I do.
That's fine. I was like, if I got out early, now I'm trying to get it down.
Yeah, especially when you don't go down. Like, I might as well go to the end.
Oh, yeah. That's fair.
Chloe and Tanisha both starting off making great progress with their first attempt. Tanisha's attempt will fall just short of making it, whereas Chloe will score her first of 2 points.
Sorry, I had to come closer to the camera so you can hear my audio.
I know where it's at.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my god.
Tanisha made the comeback against Samaria. Can she do it against Chloe?
Like, no, like, oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Though Tanisha is making some progress, Chloe is leaving very little room for error on her second ball nearly halfway up the wall. Tanisha's making it, but in the end, it will not matter, as Chloe will score her second of the 2 balls needed to defeat Tanisha. Chloe has now defeated Tanisha, leaving only Chloe versus Skyler for the final round and who earns the safety. Let's begin. Both Chloe and Skyler moving quickly, making previous attempts look like a joke. Chloe's first attempt will end up being flawless as she scores her first of 2 points, where Skyler will drop. Chloe now has the advantage and only needs 1 more point scored to be the victor of this entire challenge and earn her safety and guaranteed spot in the top 7. Chloe hits her stride and is now making this look easy. Skyler's struggling, and in the end, it doesn't even matter. Chloe will score the second point needed to be the victor of this entire challenge.
The only game I'm good at.
Good job, wall ball.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Chloe. You have guaranteed your spot in the next round.
With that, Chloe has impressively won her safety and a guaranteed spot in the top 7, alongside Courtney and Xander. Meaning for the other 5, one of them would still be voted out during this round. But before we get to the final safety competition of the round, let's take a look at some of the gameplay that was going down during this event. It seemed as if Xander and Courtney had found themselves in quite the middle after winning safety for this round due to the twist, and 2 groups of 3 being on both sides. Where would the pair go? Let's take a look and see what happened.
Samaria and Kyle, like, those are the people that I wanted to go to the end with. You know, I made that clear from the beginning, like, we were going to be like the final. First it was with Dez, but Dez is in Limbo, so we'll have to see if he can come back out and join the crew. But those 3, I wanted to be in the end with them. I wanted to see it through because I think we played an honest game. I think we really had each other's backs, and we just all agreed, like, it was just smarter to help each other along the way, and then at the end we would then go our separate ways, you know, fight individually. But because we were really true and honest that we were going to work together, I think that really helped us, like, get as far as we did. So those are the people that I want to get to the end with, for sure.
Is this going to be top 5 or not?
It could be. I don't see why it shouldn't.
Yeah.
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 Only because, I mean, you voted for Tanisha.
You know who my secret ally is
Right.
at this point.
Only because I feel like she's made a choice.
Yeah. I voted for Tanisha.
Right. And she's obviously chosen the...
It seems that way, yeah.
It seems that way. Love you, girl.
It seems that way.
But
You're so dirty, Piper.
Look at that. Look at that dog.
she is.
Dirty
So
girl.
it's only so if we stick to it, we hold the majority vote.
Yeah.
So every time, if we just have a consensus, is that the word?
Yeah. Consensus.
Thank you, my goodness.
So we have
Who's gonna go?
Skyler, Bree, who's the third,
Tanisha.
and Tanisha,
Yeah.
plus the edge person, or the limbo person.
We don't know yet.
Who
Right.
will be-
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
But it shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Unless,
Because we'll have the numbers.
Yeah.
Right. So we just
Okay.
we just want
So
to
we
know.
are the alliance.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5.
When it gets to top 5, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, top 5.
So at this point, it's pretty clear that there are 2 strong alliances, right? It's like Bree, Skyler, Tanisha, and then it's me, Samaria, and Kyle, you know? And so Courtney and Xander are just like the 2 in the middle. They're not really truly loyal to either side. And so I was like telling the group, I was like, we have to get Xander and Courtney. Like, we have to get them on our side to vote someone from the other alliance out, you know, because we don't want them to, they're doing the same thing, right? They're trying to get Xander and Courtney to come to their side. So we're trying to convince them to see who they're going to go to. And so it was just like really hard trying to basically sell yourself. That sounded weird. But sell our alliance, like why we were better to come to this side. So I was just like, I don't know. I thought we pitched it really good, but we'll see.
Basically, we're the numbers.
Yeah.
Us two, because they're kind of following us right now. They come to both sides of the both of us.
Someone in the come get me.
Yeah. Same. That's what happened. Like Kyle came and sat down next to me and would basically come talk to us. Like, want to have an alliance. So basically, that side offered us an alliance, and then this side we have the alliance. So we really have the numbers.
Yeah.
It just depends on which side works best for our game.
I'm not doing anything without talking from this point game going forward. Okay.
The field is split. It's split basically down the middle. On one side, well, it seems like it's split down the middle. On one side, you have Bree, Skyler, and Tanisha. On one side, you have Chloe, Kyle, and Samaria. And Courtney and I are in the middle, or it seems like we're in the middle. Chloe, Kyle, and Samaria just tried to pull us into a group of 5. They expect that whoever comes back, whether it's Dez or I think Javon comes back, then that person will join that group.
With Xander and Courtney right in the middle, there was still one last competition to shake things up this round. It would be a safety competition among the 5 players who had still not earned their spot in the top 7. The game would be called 11 Cups, and this is how it's played. In this competition, the humans' math skills, memories, and deduction skills would all be put to the test. The goal of this competition was simple. There are 11 upside-down cups. Beneath 10 of them is a red ball. Beneath one of them is a green ball. You win this competition simply by flipping over the correct cup and revealing the green ball. The tough part is that if you are incorrect and flip over a cup with a red ball, you will be eliminated from the challenge. To raise your chances at choosing the correct cup, you must race around the yard and solve math problems that are written on whiteboards. In total, there are 10 whiteboards with math problems. Each of those whiteboards will give you a different answer. These answers will correspond to one of the cups, as each cup is assigned a number as well. If you solve a math problem and the answer is the same as the number assigned to one of the cups, that cup would be guaranteed to contain a red ball. However, one of the cups did not have a math problem in the yard that yielded the same answer it was assigned. This cup was the one that contained the green ball. So the overall goal was to solve math problems as quickly as possible in attempts to eliminate the red ball cups. Once you think you have the answer, flip a cup and take a look. If it's green, you win. If it's red, you are eliminated from this competition. It's also worth noting that if you flipped over the wrong cup, all the other players would be able to eliminate that ball as an option as well.
Tanisha is eliminated from the competition. It's between Samaria, Skyler, and
Samaria, thinking she almost has it narrowed down to the right answer, decides to make her choice.
Samaria is eliminated from the game. It's between Kyle and Skyler. 13, I think.
Move out the way.
Kyle is close. Will he make the choice and will he be right? In the end, everyone except for Skyler and Kyle had eliminated themselves for making the wrong choices. And then Skyler made the right choice.
Skyler wins the competition! Get the shit out.
I just knew I had to dedicate myself.
I thought you saw a bug.
22. Bree had it on the 15, 26.
Yeah, I was between 15, 22, and 31, and I couldn't remember
Yeah,
if I
same.
saw 31.
I was in between those three. That's why I moved back, and I was like,
and I was down. I was like, I couldn't figure it out. I was like, that's third something.
And with that, it is now known that Skyler won the 11 Cups competition, guaranteeing her spot in the top 7. That leaves only 4 possible people that could be voted out. Kyle, Samaria, Tanisha, or Bree. One of these 4 would be the next one voted out of the game. And to the players, it seemed as if Xander and Courtney were right in the middle, being the swing vote in between 2 groups of 3. But little did they know what we know, which is that Courtney was anchored to one side by the Jonas Sisters Alliance, and Xander was anchored to that same side by the Rat Poison Alliance. So the middle may be a little closer to one side than it seems. Let's see how it all plays out.
I didn't know if Courtney would work with us, but I felt like I had something with Xander, you know, not like anything verbally spoken, but like we never really tried to go after each other. We had the whole we're both from New York thing going on, so we were just like cool. It was very neutral. So I was just trying to convince him like that we had the stronger alliance and that he needed to come with us. And I was hoping because him and Courtney really weren't fully on either side that, you know, I can get him to convince her to come to our alliance so we can vote the other team, someone from the other team out.
Long story short, we're about to piss off that group because we're definitely going with Bree, Skyler, and Tanisha. If we join the group of Samaria, Kyle, and Chloe, then when the Limbo person comes back in, we will effectively be on the bottom of a group of 6. If we join Bree, Skyler, and Tanisha, we both have a much better shot of making it to the final 3. Especially if we keep Bree around, who's like such a blindside target, frankly. Although I would take her to the end. Honestly, I would. I think I can beat her, and it'd be good TV. So, stick around. People are about to be upset.
Chloe and Samaria were having their suspicions.
It's like when people tell you want to trust folks. You know?
No, you
People are making it really hard. Man, they're making it really hard. I hope they don't fly.
Paranoia started to sink in for the trio.
Wait, Courtney and them have to vote too, though, right? Courtney and them? Yeah.
And the whispering in front of them only made it worse.
We all agreed that one person, they got saved.
Oh,
So we had to switch. But two people in our set of lines are acting a little shady.
extremely nervous. But this is a big decision time. It'll pretty much change the course of this game. I do believe.
With Skyler being safe, the side of Kyle, Samaria, and Chloe decided to take aim at Tanisha. And it seemed as if Bree, Tanisha, and Skyler decided to take aim at Samaria. And with the sun actually setting, it was also about to set on another player's game. As it seemed, all was coming down to whatever Xander and whatever Courtney decided to do. Let's see who they voted.
Vote number 1. Tanisha.
Damn.
Vote number 2. Tanisha. Vote number 3. Samaria. Okay, mixing it up a bit. Vote number 4. Samaria. 2 votes Samaria, 2 votes Tanisha. Next vote, Samaria. That's 3 votes Samaria, 2 votes Tanisha. Next vote, Tanisha. That's 3 votes Tanisha, 3 votes Samaria, 2 votes left. Next vote, Samaria. So is the last one. Samaria has been voted out of the alpha. Round of applause for Samaria, everybody.
I was so pissed internally. Like, I really realized at that moment I could not trust anyone who wasn't already in my alliance. Like, I couldn't, because someone looked us right in our faces and was like, yeah, I'll vote with you guys, and then did the exact opposite. You can't trust them. So that was a lesson learned. But it was really sad to see Samaria go, because, you know, we were supposed to go all the way to the end.
We're in this together. No, we're not. Okay?
To the end.
Top 3. Top 3. Okay? Top 3.
That was the plan. And so now Kyle is the only one left in the game that is a part of my alliance. And so in my mind, I was just like, okay, I really need to secure this and lock this down. Like, he needs to know we have to be like this. If we want to make it to the end, we obviously cannot trust anyone else. We need to be like locked in. And so that's all I thought about moving forward for the rest of the game.
That's okay. It's like there's not a few more rounds of voting.
You had someone who would have made sure you voted, because they will not. Or I feel like you would have had a better chance.
I guess we'll see.
So she would have voted for you rather than them, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
We'll see.
And with that, Samaria has sadly been voted out of the game and sent to Limbo. And she was right. The course of the game has now changed. We will see what happens to our top 7 in the next episode. We still do have one thing to attend to, however, and that is the Limbo competition. Samaria will now join Javon and Dez and compete in a competition called Animal Arc. This competition was the second to last one of Limbo, meaning there was only one competition after this one before one of them would rejoin the game. It was anybody's game, as all 3 of them could survive and make it to the next game, or if none of them won, they would all 3 be eliminated from the competition. The players were each given 20 minutes to try to build the Animal Arc in any way that they saw fit. All they had to do is stack all of the animals on top of the ark without any of the animals falling off and release their hands. Once they've done this, they've made it to the final round of Limbo. If all 3 of them do it, great, they all 3 make it. If none of them do it, they will all 3 be eliminated from Limbo.
I'm telling you right now, as soon as I saw them blocks on the table. But I will say though, I'm feeling confident. I'm gonna try. I just have to stack them and I can get past it.
In this new and excruciatingly difficult challenge, the players had 20 minutes to try their best to put each of their animals on the rocking ark. As you can see, many times they tried to do this and were unsuccessful in doing so. Even one animal being placed on the wrong spot could cause your entire progress to tumble down. Samaria, Javon, and Dez, all three hyper-focused on trying their best to figure this out before the 20-minute timer expires. Otherwise, their life in this game is over. In the end, only one of them got it done. It was Dez. Dez keeps his Limbo winning streak alive and guarantees his spot in the last Limbo battle, while for Samaria and for Javon, this is the end of the road. Strong efforts on both sides, just wasn't happening this time. And by the end of the 20-minute time limit for Animal Arc, only Dez had successfully completed the balance puzzle, meaning that Samaria and Javon were both now permanently eliminated from the game. Javon made an outstanding Limbo run, but unfortunately this will be the end of his journey on the Ultimate Human, and Samaria had made it very far into this game, and she was a titan of a player coming into it. Also very sad to see her go, but thank you both so much for playing.
I actually stacked them, yes. So I was the first one to stack mine, but so as long as the other two don't stack theirs, I automatically get in. But even if they do, at least I made it to the next one. I feel bad for saying this, but I kind of hope they can't do it.
Moving right along, we are now out to our top 7 and only one player remaining in Limbo. In the next episode, we will see Limbo end as one player will rejoin the game. We will see 3 players permanently eliminated from the game, and our top 5 will be announced as we head towards the season finale. As always, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.